Thank you for joining me on HWYSpec today. My name is Trent. We're doing a hot take today, and this is mine. Okay, so there are 3 cars that really bother me that I wasn't able to spec out when they were brand new. Now that's not to say I didn't spend some time on the configurator. However, they are vehicles that if they were still available today, I would be spending my time on the configurator right now trying to figure out how I can get one. Starting with the first vehicle, I would spec out a Ferrari California. Yes, the much maligned Ferrari California, the one that seemingly nobody loves unless it is your first Ferrari. I still think they are actually really cool, and with an exhaust system on them, they sound amazing. Now you're probably thinking, why would you want to spec one of those out? Because there are a lot of different configurations out there. It's not one that, oh, it only comes in this, with the exception of Ferrari Resale Red with the tan interior, which does look nice, but for me personally, I would be dipping into the blue hues and some form of tan interior. But that's not why I would want to spec out a Ferrari California today. The real reason is I would actually want to spec it with a manual transmission. And yes, they did offer them. They are incredibly rare. Some people say there's maybe a dozen, some people say there's only 2, but there are a few out there that actually made it through. And I think the looks of the original California are timeless. I think they will age rather well. Maybe not the rear end is so much, but the front end I think is gorgeous. And to have one paired with a manual transmission in the spec that I would want, that would be a lifer car. I would keep it forever, even though it's hated on by a lot of Ferrari purists. Next up, we have one that probably more people will agree with, and that is the Porsche 997 911. The 997 has aged so well. But not only do I want a 997 that I'd want to spec out, I would actually want a C4S Targa. If you haven't picked it up yet, I kind of like some of the oddball things. The 997 Targa was a unique Targa in the fact that it just had a glass roof to it. It didn't have the more advanced removable top technology debuting with the 991 or the much more rudimentary Targas of the 930s. For me personally, I would love to go back and spec out my own 997 911 Targa. That said, I would also not be opposed to speccing out a 997 Turbo S. Finally, we come to another one that really did not sell well, but I still think it has so much road presence. It's been discontinued for a few years now, and that is the Mercedes S-Class Coupe. I think this thing looks so gorgeous even to this day, and there were so many options of what you could spec one out with in terms of interior color, exterior color, custom options, V12 twin turbocharge or V8 turbocharge, or even some of the more basic motors. I would love to be able to go back in time and spec out my own S65 AMG with whatever extended warranty that I could get on it, because I know it is a V12 Mercedes. So a little bit of a quick one today, but what do you think of the 3 cars that I would love to spec out? Again, what would you like to spec out if you could go back in time and do it any way that you wanted? Make sure to drop a comment below, and if you like videos like these, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one.